Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aTone Tarot. Scorpio, you are tuned in for the topic of new levels, new devils. We will be breaking down your message via 4 decks because I will be breaking the message up into quarters. So the first 3 months of the year, the second 3, the third, and the fourth. I'll be kicking you off with a traditional tarot deck for the first quarter, using or pulling 5 cards for that time frame. I'll then jump over with this character oracle deck for the second quarter of 2026. I'll be breaking down the third quarter via the Kipper deck, and I will close you out with the Inner Wisdom oracle deck. So without further ado, Scorpio, let's get up into your message. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see, when I say new levels, new devils, what new sets of challenges will you be facing going into 2026, Scorpio? So let's see. And if you could, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. I hope all is well with you guys. Welcome back to my new viewers, my returning viewers, and welcome to my new viewers. I'm a little tired, y'all. Just pushing through. Let's see what my Scorpios need to know as it relates to the first 3 months of 2026. What challenges may they encounter? Five cards, please. 5 cards. Two more cards. Okay, so Scorpios, for my Scorpio collective, you receive the Knight of Swords, the High Priestess in reverse, the King of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. So as it relates to your challenges going into 2026, it's looking like somebody hiding something. With this High Priestess being in reverse, that's a secret. Somebody does not want somebody to know, right? So it may be even that your intuition, Scorpio, is telling you that someone's hiding something, but you don't have the proof, and it's bothering you a little bit. And it might have some impact to your money, so you really don't want to let it go. You're like, I can't let this go. Whatever this nagging, gnawing feeling is inside me, I can't let it go. My intuition is telling me somebody is not keeping it 100. There is some deceit around you, and you could be causing some hysteria or causing people to be uncomfortable around you to try to get it up and out, Scorpio. With this King of Cups and this Queen of Swords, those are that's like oil and water. This is bickering energy going back and forth with someone, and whoever these two people that are going back and forth, the other person is not backing down. It's very stubborn energy here. Yeah, somebody's not being completely honest about something in relation to what's going on. This is gaslighting energy. Someone is trying to gaslight someone else. And it's almost like the other person is aware that the gaslighting is going on, but they can't let it go. They can't let it go. It's like, no, you think you're going to play with me? You're not going to play in my face. I know what you're doing. Yeah, this is giving narcissism a little bit. It's a narcissist in the midst. Because the King of Cups is your court card, Scorpio. But this Queen of Swords, that is someone who is a seeker of truth, knowledge, and they don't care about feelings. They don't care about the aesthetic. They are right to the point, right? And not to say that you don't possess this, Scorpio, because you guys are very much like that as well. But you do like things to be harmonious if you can have it your way, right? Like, and if it's not that deep, it doesn't need to be dwelled upon with you. But this person is dwelling. Somebody is dwelling, picking, pushing, won't let something go. And you're finding yourself having to wear a mask to some degree. Or somebody is wearing a mask and not being their full self because they don't believe that they can. Because whatever or whoever this other energy is so different than yours. You're just like, you couldn't handle my true self if I gave it to you unadulterated. So I'm going to keep something to myself. I'm going to keep something withdrawn and exclusive to me with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this feels like a dance that my Scorpios essentially have to do in one arena or another that they're not necessarily happy about. Like people at home may be hearing about how this Scorpio has to go to work and maybe suffer amongst people that don't think like them. And they don't have the authority to make any changes, but they are in the midst of what is going on. And they still got to put their work in, their time and their energy into it. But they have to go along with something that they're just not per se in agreement with how it's done. Yeah. But because it's directly associated with your money, Capricorn, apologies. You might be dealing with a Capricorn. It might be a Capricorn involved. It's causing some challenges for my Scorpios. Yeah. So let's see what the second quarter has in store for my Scorpio collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see, Scorp, what we got going on in that second quarter of 2026. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Two more cards, please. Two more cards. All right, Scorpio. So for the second quarter of 2026, you received doctor, ninja, homeless, careerist, and lost soul. So now, you may work at a hospital, you may work in the healthcare industry. That's what I'm picking up on for doctor. And you quickly make a decision that whatever this is not worth you being homeless. And I know that's a little drastic and dramatic, but you basically know that, nah, I'm not. I know that this is tied to my money, so I have to stay in this character, if you will, for lack of better terms, but you feel lost to some degree and confused most of the time, probably at work about what's going on. You don't know whoever is leading the ship at work, they don't have clear vision and it's causing you to be a little confused. But you often think about your money and you like it, I love it, fuck it. That's basically the approach that you're taking. But the challenge is confusion in the third quarter of 2026. I'm sorry, second quarter. This is the second quarter of 26. Confusion. A lot of quick movement, a lot of quick talking, but no clear direction around who's on first, what needs to be done versus what doesn't, who's doing what. You don't have any idea. It's a lot of confusion is what I'm picking up on for the second quarter of 2026 for my Scorpios. Let's see what's going on with the third quarter of 2026 for my Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Five cards, please, for my Scorpios. One more card, please. All right, Scorpios, for the third quarter of 2026, you receive change, despair, courtship, wealthy man, and unexpected income. So some of you may be moving, really moving, and it's causing you some issues. I believe it was Virgo's reading where I talked about them downsizing from a 5-bedroom to a 3-bedroom. This may be similar to you where you may be stressed a little bit about moving and changing where you live. And you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, but maybe who you're aligning your life with now, they don't live like that. So it's causing you to have to make a change in how you live in some way that is causing or is cutting into your luxury. I don't know. I mean, I would think that if you are courting or with someone and you have a lavish lifestyle, it would be an upgrade for them and not a downgrade for you, Scorpio, or I don't know. But this is definitely given change of address, something tied to your money and a relationship, and how you're living is causing you a little stress. Yeah. But it looks like maybe a relationship that has some financial benefits to it, I'll just say that, could also cause you to have to make a decision around relocating. It's like, do you choose love or money? That's what this is given. You know, you may be in love with someone who lives in one location, but your job is in another location. And your job is an opportunity, or you're in a place in your job where you're happy, you're successful, is always what you wanted, but the love of your life is a far distance away from where that job is located. So you got to make a decision between love and money. That's what this is kind of giving, Scorpio. So ultimately, you have to make that choice. But, you know, be on the lookout for, in the third quarter, having to make such a decision. And maybe you start weighing out pros and cons now, negotiating some level of travel assistance. I don't know. But now that you're aware, you can prepare. Let's see what the fourth quarter of 2026 looks like for my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you haven't done so already, Scorpio, go ahead and smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. I'm real low energy right now today. Not really feeling it. You know, this time of year is not my favorite. I'll just say that. So, you know, while everybody is happy and celebratory, it's not usually my jam. I do my best to keep a happy face, though. All right, let's see, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One more card. All right, Scorpio. So for the fourth quarter of 2026, you received bridges, baggage, doubt, vices, and power. This last quarter of 2026 might be a struggle for my Scorpios, in the sense that you may not want to deal with some of your baggage, Scorpio. And you're like, oh, that's water under the bridge. I'm over it. But deep down, there's some doubt, and you might be burying it through alcohol and substance abuse. Don't overdo it with the alcohol, Scorpio. Be mindful of your intake. And then, yeah, it might be, oh, we're partying, we're having a good time. That's all that it is. No. You need to take control of your life and be empowered and understand what you have been through, who you are, and where you're going. Yeah. Don't be second guessing yourself, because again, this is someone doubting whether or not they need to travel a distance to some degree for love, or do they choose their job? And then there's some doubt there on what the choice might be. Again, If it's not your message, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But this right here, you remember I said it's your decision to make. You are empowered with everything inside of you to make the necessary choices, put in place the necessary restraints, boundaries, etc., as well as taking the first step to where you want to go. But do not bury yourself in doubt as well as other substances. It could be food if it's not alcohol. It could be anything that is a distraction that you're using to put distance between you and a decision that you know you need to make. So the challenge for my Scorpio collective in the fourth quarter is stalling and not making that step forward into your future. Don't stall, because doubt will paralyze you. Fear paralyzes us. And don't get stuck on this bridge. Be okay to pack that bag and go if you need to. Right? And usually baggage is seen in the sense of something that weighs you down. But as it relates to the continuation and the theme of all of your cards that I've seen, this is movement. This is travel. This is not living or being where you currently are. You may be using or allowing your geographic location to hold you back in some type of way, Scorpio. And I'm picking up on an advisement for you not to do that. All right, so that is your message. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.